What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Jimmy. How are we doing today, guys? Let me know in the comments how you guys are doing. Today it's kind of sunny in the Netherlands, but it's also cold. The sky is blue. Hmm. 1 second, guys. I hear myself double. Let me check what's going on. Hey, legends. So before we move on, I think 2024 is really a year of real opportunities, really opportunities everywhere. Farming. It's funny. I still hear myself double. Do you guys hear me also double? Let me know in the comments. Really happy to know. If that's the case, yeah, wait, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna. Mm. So I've been very naughty. What I did is I have stolen my wife's microphone, and now I shouldn't hear myself double. Funny, huh? Oh, I, and I still hear myself double. Give me a few seconds. Gonna try to sort this out. Oh man. Now it should work. It was actually funny. I'm not gonna tell you why you guys hit me double. Okay, maybe I will tell you. Uh, I had YouTube on with myself in the background. That's why. Silly me. Anyways, guys, welcome. This is 2024. I truly, truly, truly believe that this year is really packed with a lot of unique opportunities. I believe this is the year of making generational wealth. This is the year to make your dreams come true. This is the year actually to double down and to stay hungry. And hungry is here my keyword. I've created a trading plan. Happy to share the outline with you guys. It's not finished yet. I wish it was finished. Unfortunately, I got really sick in December, so I had no stamina, no time, not even the mood to work on it. My goal is to proceed with trading until I have truly finished my trading plan for 2024. This is extremely important for me. Before we move on, please tell me your 2024 plans for the coming period. I really want to hear them, and I also am more than happy to give you some insights and tips on your goals if you wish. Before we move on, here are some few kind words regarding our respected partners, Floki and Unbound. See you guys in a few seconds from now.
The world has changed. Future without boundaries is just around the corner. The way we live today can become obsolete tomorrow. A whole new dimension driven by the evolution of AI and virtual reality. Are you ready for the inevitable?
From meme to utility, Floki has it all. NFT metaverse game called Valhalla. Floki University, DeFi, charity, and shopping. Floki is governed by the people, for the people. Floki, together, there is no stopping us.
And so we are back, and there's some truth in that. That last sentence, you guys got that last sentence? Together, there's no stopping us. And sometimes you do need to try to exceed and to excel and to make the most out of things. Sometimes you need to go solo. One thing we do know is trading is a solo activity, period. There's no discussion about that. It's you who's going to enter, it's you who's going to set the stop loss, it's you who's going to TP, it's you who's going to convert uh, bitcoins into fiat or the other way around. It's a you job, and it's you, primarily you, doing all these things. And that's actually something, it doesn't always happen naturally. Like most people, they are used to have a boss, they are used to get instructions. I know, for example, when I was working at Ernst and Young, we had like this big office space for our department. When the senior manager or the partner was sitting there, among us, with us, people tend to be more productive, making less jokes, being more serious. When he is gone, people tend to, not doing really the opposite, but you know what I'm trying to convey. People are less strict. But with trading, we always want to be strict and we want to respect our trading rules and principles. And this actually really brings me to the question is, do you, my fellow friend, do you have a trading principles and a set of rules, a framework that will help you, guide you through 2024? I truly believe, and let me share my screen with you, that 2024 is a unique year for a few reasons. Mm, One, most likely we're gonna see a ETF, maybe this month, maybe later in the year at Q1, in March. I don't know. Nobody knows. Well, maybe there are some people who know, but generally nobody knows. But imagine if a ETF will be approved. What this will do is it will change basically the supply demand ratio, because more people can actually buy Bitcoin, institutions. That's the whole idea of an ETF. And then we have another event, which is the halving. And you think about it, the halving will also have a major impact on the supply demand because there's just less supply on a block basis, on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, weekly basis, quarterly basis, on a yearly basis. There's just less supply. And this is actually a really good thing, generally for us and for traders, and especially those who skilled in last year or the years before, or who are trying now to create um, a position. This is something. This is a part of my crypto plan for 2024. What I did is I actually tried to write down and write out all these different big macro events for this year. One of them is the Bitcoin spot ETF, as you can see here. One of them is the Ethereum spot ETF. One of them is, of course, the halving. And then we have most likely the Fed transitioning from a medium hawkish policy towards a dovish policy. What I did was I wrote this down and broke this down into little pieces so I can fully grasp what this could do in terms of hype, how it can create anticipation, how this also can create a disappointment, how this can create overreaction and maybe even underreaction when it comes to good news. Because we know from experience in a bull market, the market is underreacting towards bad news. In a bear market, the market is really sensitive to bad news. This is also something let me talk for myself. I need to take into consideration. A lot of people will do what other people do, and this is not my goal. My goal is to follow my plan, respect my plan, and also understanding that um, I have to acknowledge a few things. We all have to acknowledge a few things if we want to make the most out of 2024. One, know what you do. Secondly, understand your real why. Why are you actually trading? And I also broke this down in my trading plan myself. It's kind of personal, but happy to give you some glimpse. This is my outline when it comes to my trading plan. Let me check. Can you guys see my screen? You should see my screen. So it always starts with me with my mission and vision and my real why. As I often say, money shouldn't be your real reason why you're trading. There's something behind it. So for me, I was looking to my core values. Your core values can change as an individual from, it can change because of, you're aging in different environment. We evolve as a human being. My current core values are a few. It's servitude. I like to help people, like to show my support, because I truly believe if I help people, I will also get help. Um, Perhaps there's also some spiritual uh, reason for this, for me to think this way. But another core value is freedom, not so much financial freedom. Yes, I'm aiming for financial freedom, but it's also maybe more important for me the freedom to express myself. And another core value which really helps me with following my training plan is relationships. I'm a really social human being. I like to be among people. I like to talk with people. I like to help people. I like to, I'm not that kind of person who can sit in his room and be happy. I need, perhaps this is a weakness of mine, but I need people um, to feel myself human, if this makes sense. And all these things really help me to really determine why I'm actually trading. And then I broke down the macro events, the key events for 2024. Again, my real why, my plan. This is not finished at all. I also broke down my lessons learned. And I think all of you guys should have a lessons learned. 2023 brought us a lot of opportunities. God thank I have seized, capitalized some of them, but not all of them. I also have made some mistakes in 2023, and in 2023, some principles really get confirmed, and some have been confirmed not to be true anymore. So I'm happy to walk you quickly through my lessons learned regarding 2023. Listen, guys, we're gonna check some Bitcoin charts and gonna give you some advice and tips and some insights. But I truly believe this is your job. This is something I cannot do for you. Okay? This These are my lessons learned. You also have lessons learned. If you just keep your lessons learned somewhere between your ears, meaning you don't write them down, you don't talk about them, you do not share them, um, you're actually lagging, really. It's a mistake. This is a mistake you don't want to make. Again, 2024 is packed with opportunities. If you want to make the most out of 2024, you need to look back a little bit back, 2023 at least. If you want to do it really good, um, the entire bear market. go back and see, okay, what are my lessons learned. So I'm gonna walk you quickly through my lessons learned. One, 2023 has proven that my performance is better when it comes to high time frame or medium time frame trading. Low time frame trading, meaning um, trading the 15-minute chart, it's not worth my time, to be honest. Overall, I made some money, but it's not that amount of money that would justify my trading efforts. And I'm really, really honest with that. And also to you guys and to myself. When it comes to high time frame trading, from starting from the 4 and the 8 to 12 hour candles, one, it gives you a better edge. It yielded more profit, and I can honestly tell myself this is worth my time. With a 15-minute, I've also some other things to do. I'm not really built for that. I wish I was, but I'm not. I'm not really a very quick thinker. Not as quick as required for low time frame trading. I know BC Richfield is really good in that. We have Rezoon. I also think Bust. He's really good in low time frame trading. He can basically chart, the 15-minute chart. But this is not an edge. Also, 2023, one of my principles is knowing when not to trade. And this principle saved me a lot of money, and I'm happy with that. I still wrote this down as a lesson learned because 2024 most likely will also have different stages, different phases where the market will be in a phase of uncertainty or in a phase of consolidation. These are often periods and phases where I know I shouldn't trade. I should mark my levels, but I shouldn't trade. Another lesson, my lesson, um, I overall consider myself as a structured person. Nonetheless, I screwed some things up in 2023 by being not organized. I wasn't organized always. One of the mistakes is I often do like market review for myself, like Sunday, Monday. I check what's going on, what happened. Do I see? Can I identify some A plus setups? Sometimes I do find them. I chart them, but then forgot to set alerts. One, two. Sometimes I do set alerts, but I cannot trade them. And three, I ignore my alerts because there was something else occupying me. So I was occupied by something else. Um, this is kind of this is actually this was a point of frustration, to be honest, because this caused me to miss out a lot of good trades. And yeah, things can happen. Sometimes you can set alerts but not enter them. So my goal is now to be less sloppy, more organized. Another thing is I learned is re-entering trades. There's no shame at all to re-enter trades when you get stopped out. Sometimes there is an event or there is some Bitcoin volatility that causes your normal, like your altcoin trade setups to get stopped out. Um, what I've witnessed is in most cases I did not re-enter, and because of that I missed huge gains. So my system now has been tweaked a little bit to focus a little bit more on swing failure patterns on the high time frame. So when there's some capitulation going on and I get stopped out, I will just re-enter with no shame. Another lesson learned is I this year, sorry, last year I wasn't really focusing on the old traditional coins. I was more focusing on the new jams or the recently launched coins. Uh, I'm happy that I did that because if you look to the like the first generation or the second generation altcoins, They haven't performed really good against Bitcoin. But the newly launched coins, they did. For example, Ator was one of them, SmartX, Veracity, and a few others, actually many others. They outperformed Bitcoin. And one of the reason is one, the hype, or they were like recently launched and they got the hype. And this helped me with my own trading performance. And this is also something I need to take into consideration. Perhaps things will change eventually, as in like the Dino coins could or could outperform Bitcoin, like the Litecoin of the world, Bitcoin Cash, XRP. These coins. I'm not saying they don't have any upside potential anymore. Maybe fundamentally, I don't really believe in them, but they do have some upside potential. But I don't really believe the time is now for these kinds of for that category, if this makes sense. Um, and there's also something about mental accounting, and I think we should also take this into consideration, guys. There is a correlation between your performance and the amount of time, the number of times you're checking your portfolio. People who are checking their portfolio often, they are actually in a disadvantage. It's better for you, really. It's better for you to not check your portfolio every day or multiple times a day. Really, it's not good. It could open the door to a lot of biases, and I don't wish you to get wrecked in 2024, where all stars are basically aligned. We have the ETF, we have the halving. Probably we're gonna have a dovish policy. Nothing is guaranteed, but if we use just like the ladder of probabilities, there is a high probability that 2024 will turn into a beautiful year. So this is my take on Bitcoin. This is the Bitcoin Liquid Index. Why I'm using this? Well, because it goes it goes back to 2010, so there's a lot of price history here, and I want you to notice the RSI, and every time when the RSI is crossing the 50 level, let me make the 50 level a little bit more clean. Let's do a line, a black line. No. So every time when it crosses the 50 level, we see a surge. Every time it across the 50 level, we basically see the same. And now, not that long time ago, well, probably maybe you could call this like a bounce or a fake out. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But what matters is we see the RSI curling up all to the 65 level, across the 50 level here, which tells us, okay, this is actually kind of bullish. This is not really the time to be bearish. Betting now, I believe, betting now against Bitcoin is the same as saying, oh, normally the winters are really cold, but I expect 25 degrees Celsius next week. You're actually betting against the probabilities. I try to avoid this um, by having a plan and being trying to be rational and not using my gut feeling as a leading indicator. You can use your instinct or your intuition, uh, but your system shouldn't be fully rely on that. Maybe a little bit. I do that as well, but the reason why is I believe like intuition, instinct is actually your body able processing data super quickly. Sometimes it could be rational, but sometimes it could be also there could be some emotional components that causes you to make that decision or that thought uh, before you make that decision, if this makes sense. Another chart I'm every week I'm checking this chart is the Ethereum chart. I expect actually a little bounce, but again, uh, this is the trend. We cannot argue with the trend. We can only think, okay, when do we expect a reversal? This is like a clear downtrend. Bitcoin is outperforming Ethereum. Obviously, there's no question about that. I personally believe that we are not that far away that Ethereum wants to catch up with Bitcoin. I do have Ethereum. I think Ethereum is about 10% of my portfolio, and I think soon, probably in 1 2 months from now, this number like that, this 10% will grow as Ethereum will go up, most likely. My Ethereum stable Bitcoin ratio will go up as well. Another really interesting thing I'm seeing here on the Bitcoin chart, I mean the Ethereum chart, is the bullish divergence. And if we use the RSI, it's actually also here in an over sold area. So this needs to curl up a little bit. So I want to see a wick here on the weekly, and a green or a white candle soon above this black line. And this most likely would push Ethereum back to the baseline. A reclaim of the baseline would be really good for Ethereum generally, as I believe that that could push other altcoins to the upside. This is something that doesn't happen by accident, right? This is the Bitcoin dominance. So um, since September, actually, 2020, Bitcoin dominance is just going up, 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 up. I can remember here in 2023, though, I was actually hoping for a reversal. Of course, this is a meme chart, right? You need to take it with a grain of salt, but it does give you some information. And meanwhile, it's just curling up, right? The Bitcoin dominance. So some other altcoins, they cannot catch up unless you have invested in the gems or the newly launched high potential projects. And yeah, another thing that I'm also taking into consideration, we have now the hype of the Bitcoin ETF. I'm not saying that like the ETF is priced in, because it's impossible from a technical point of view. Um, However, I do believe that the hype, and this is something else, the hype of the Bitcoin ETF is kind of will reach is its turning point, if this makes sense. So I think that the hype of the Bitcoin ETF is priced in, but not the actual Bitcoin spot ETF. After this Bitcoin ETF, we have, of course, another ETF, which is the Ethereum ETF. This will cause also a lot of hype, a lot of anticipation, a lot of speculation. And this is one of the reasons why I believe that Ethereum eventually wants to catch up with Bitcoin sooner or later. Okay, guys, for 2024, a few things. Please write down your lessons learned. One, secondly, understand your why you're doing this, and TP on the way up. No way I'm not gonna TP on the way up. For sure I'm gonna TP, as I believe there is no such thing as perfection. Another thing that we need to understand is, for example, let's say that the XRP chart. If you have invested in XRP and your target, like, theoretically, is, for example, you use the Fibonacci extension, very ugly, by the way, and you would say, okay, my target for the next bull run would be around, would be like $6. I'm just saying something, okay? This is just theoretically. If you think that XRP would go to $6 in the next bull run, don't be stupid and only cash out or TP when it touches $6.5. You want to TP on the way up and not get blinded just because of one TP you have in your mind. Maybe it could go as high as 6.5, but it would be foolish. It would be extremely foolish if you get blinded by this 6.5 target and you're not taking profit. And when it reverses, then you're kind of getting angry because it didn't touch your TP of 6.5. No way this is you, and no way this is me. You want to take TPs on the way up, and with that profit, you can reinvest in other things, and or make it. You can do a lot of things with profit. You can farm airdrops. Not sure if airdrops are still very relevant in Q2 or Q3 of of this year. You can use it for passive income strategies. Always have a plan what you are going to do with your profit. Have a plan. How are you going to allocate your money? If your money is just there in your wallet, it's really tempting to make stupid decisions. Avoid these stupid decisions by knowing what you're going to do with your money. Or you're going to convert it into fiat and making your own life easier, or you're going to um, farm, I don't know, some of your altcoins you're holding, or you're going to deploy like another passive income strategy. Always have a plan what you're going to do with your money. This way, you will keep your money productive, basically. If you're not keeping your money productive, sooner or later, thoughts will slip into your mind, causing you to make some stupid mistakes. Because I've made them, and a lot of people are making them, unless you have a plan. And this plan, it's only you who can make this plan. By the way, before we move on, and happy to take some altcoin chart requests. Wait, let me change.
I'm using my default MacBook microphone. Hope this is a little bit better. Phantom. We're gonna do Phantom. Hmm, crazy long arrows. Not sure why they're still on my screen. See, this, guys, this is another example of not being organized. This kind of crap, you don't want to see that on your chart. Maybe I'm a little bit harsh, um, but really, the sloppiness, there's no room for sloppiness. Sloppiness has a price, and a really high price. Before we move on, quick words about one of our sponsors of this video, which is HMX. HMX is a DEX, and the cool thing of this DEX is they, not so long time ago, they reached the 10 billion trading volume, which is mind-blowing, a lot. The reason why HMX is so popular, there are actually few reasons. One, the trading fees are pretty cheap on HMX. So for Ethereum and Bitcoin, you just pay 0.02%. For FX, because they also support FX pairs, as you can see here, the fee is just 0.01%. And for other cryptos and commodities, it's 0.03%. It's trading on the Arbitrum network, meaning you can quickly execute your trades, very low fees overall. I mean, the trading fees. And there is like a lot of options. Like if you're into Forex, you can quickly sort here on open interest, which I don't, which I honestly haven't seen that often from other DEXs. Here also with the commodities and also the cryptos, you can sort here on the open interest and all these other things, of course, as well. the funding. I would say give them a follow on Twitter and try out. I truly believe DEXs are really the future. I already see Binance. Binance used to be the biggest. Still think they are the biggest. But things always rotate. I can remember BitMEX being one of the biggest derivative exchanges back in 2019. And at the moment, they are not the biggest. And the biggest today will not be the biggest tomorrow. As things will evolve. Some companies will come with better technology, better customer service. Not saying that Binance is not offering good service, but all of these other exchanges are working really hard to become the best exchange. And I truly believe that HMX is one of them. So give it a try. So with Phantom is kind of interesting. Um, Probably you would maybe ask yourself, why do I see here this line? Well, some of you guys know, but I like to trade RSI breakouts. So if you had that question, no, that question has been answered by now. Okay, Phantom. Honestly, like on a daily, this is like a consolidation zone. Honestly, when I chart Phantom and I see this price action, it really backs the question: who is in profit and who's in loss? So everyone, very basic, but everyone above this red line is in loss. So where was this? This was in 2021, so like the previous cycle. A lot of people lost money, and everyone who bought below this is actually in profit. So that's interesting. Second question I'm asking myself: where are we here in this consolidation zone? It's obvious that this is the low, 18 cent. I think I shared that also like a few months ago. I haven't bought any Phantom, to be honest. As a trade, it's obvious that Phantom got rejected here, here, and also here. I wouldn't be really interested in buying Phantom here because it's just heading down. I would be interested in Phantom if it can go back to this level. We've seen here a wick, right? Like a wick, my interpretation of a wick is rejection, as in a lot of market participants decided to not let Phantom going down. So they stepped in, and this I consider as a rejection. But this is a local downtrend. You cannot ignore this, right? Started from 26 December. So I would assume that this downtrend will continue. And if this will continue, my first point of interest is this gray box. I want to see how Phantom will respond to this this gray box area. Ideally, I would like to see a bullish divergence probably on the 4 hour and a long wick. I don't mind a wick. It can even go as low as 27 cent. But buying now Phantom from a TA point of view, I would be a little bit how do they call that? This chart wouldn't excite me. I think there are better opportunities. In my system, this wouldn't give me like a plus setup. From a FA point of view, I don't know much. I don't know too much about FTM. if I was interested in FTM from a FA point of view, and I would see this chart, and I would have $1,000 to allocate to Phantom, probably I would buy $250 here already. Um, Market buy. And if it goes lower, I would scale in. If it can reclaim this black line here, and it makes a throwback bullish retest, then I would be interested to buy even more, because it has proven that this black line here is what the market accepts as a new support level. If this makes sense. Overall, I don't think that Phantom looks bad here. I think this is actually a healthy chart. This, in fact, reminds me to something. I'm going to ask you the question. What does it remind you? I'm going to give you 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Link. Link had something similar. Not the exact same, but similar. Long consolidation level period of 527 days, and then it broke out. No, this is just another consolidation. I think a lot of people are happy who bought Link when it was in this consolidation zone. But of course, if you would have both Link, let's say here in June, you could also argue, well, you also paid a lot of opportunity cost, right? There is also like an opportunity cost when you buy things that are in consolidation. So everything has a price. It just depends on your time horizon. Phantom overall doesn't look bad at all, actually. Any other requests, ladies and gentlemen? And tell me, is the audio better now? Now I'm using just my microphone, default microphone. It should be. Okay, guys, I hope you have learned a few things. I hope I have brought you some insights. Again, do expect some capitulation events. Every bull market had them. Bull markets are not easy, by the way. Don't think it's a bull market, you're going to make money. You're only going to make money if you're prepared mentally and if you have a plan, a written plan. Please, guys, write it down. It doesn't take a lot of time. Even if you write a plan based on some keywords, do that. It's better than nothing. Secondly, please acknowledge you will miss out. What do I mean by that? You're going to miss out trades. You're going to miss out airdrops. You're going to miss out passive income strategies. You're going to miss out public sales. You're going to miss out a lot of things. And these things, they shouldn't matter, because every day there's a new, different opportunity. Thirdly, in 2024, remember, you want to TP on the way up. Don't get blinded by just one TP you have in your mind. For example, Bitcoin going to 180K. I'll only TP if it touches 180K. This is stupid. If you think it will touch 180K, have your TPs below that 180K. Maybe for you, not really inspiring to work on this, but understand your why. Why are you why are you doing this? How is this money going to make your life easier? And how is this money going to help you to live close to your core values? Secondly, maybe lastly, make sure you consume also our content on Discord. So every day there's a fresh Bitcoin report. Today is Tuesday, so it's my turn. Tomorrow is Adrian's turn. Every day there's a new Bitcoin report. We also have this channel official calls. We share a lot of different calls. I think there are some active calls at the moment. There's an FA channel where I have shared my passive income strategies. Very transparent with that. I share screenshots with how much I'm staking and the different protocols I'm using, how I'm using it, and if there's any change in the protocol, I notify the members. So make sure you check that out as well. And also very important, if you are not a member of the Burp Nest and you're considering it, there is a plan, and this plan would cost you literally $0. Just go to WAP slash Burp Nest, the Burp Nest. Scroll down, you would see calls only package $0. If you sign up through our Bybit link, then you could get 1 month free access to the calls only plan, really free of charge. It wouldn't cost you any dime. Again, ladies and gentlemen, those who are already on Discord, if you guys have any questions, tag me and I'm gonna help you. 2024 is our year, but you need to do the work. All of us, we're gonna do the work, and we're gonna make a shitload of money in 2024. All right, guys. Wait. There's one question from my trading journal. Any spotlights about journaling? Yeah, I've done a few live streams really dedicated on journaling. I think we all should journal. Um, don't make it complex for yourself. Just use Excel or a notebook or pen and paper. And write down the trades you took, the lessons you have learned. Um, Ideally, you do this on the computer, to be honest. I'm doing this on the computer as well. I'm not doing this every day because I'm not trading every day. In my trading crypto plan, my goal is to trade 3-4 times a week max. I don't need more trades. I need less trades, high quality trade setups. And this makes journaling for me really easy. If you're a high frequency trader, or if you trade, let's say, like 20 trades a week or 50 trades, which I consider actually a lot, it makes journaling a little bit difficult, but you should at least journal your performance, where you got stopped out, your P&L, what worked for you, the different systems you have deployed. Journaling is a gold mine. Literally, it's a gold mine, but you have to mine it yourself. You need to write this down um, and take advantage of it. At least try to journal once in the week. If you're really lazy and if you don't trade a lot, once in a month. But I swear, the insights from that journal, nobody else can give you. And that's why it's so unique. It's gold. Nobody else could provide you the same information as your journal. Hope I inspired you a little bit, my 280. Just go and journal. I think there's a journal template on our Discord. Tag me and I will show you where it is. It was created by Bust. It's a really good one, really easy to use as well. It's on Notion. Okay, guys, have a fantastic day and talk soon next time.